For most people, the heart is the only pump they believe keeps blood moving through the body. But deep inside your lower legs lies a powerful biological system that many scientists and doctors refer to as the body's second heart . This is not a metaphor meant to sound dramatic. It is a physiological reality rooted in the way human circulation works. Your calf muscles act as a vital pumping mechanism that helps push blood from your legs all the way back up to your heart. Without this system working properly, circulation slows, pressure builds in the veins, and the heart itself is forced to work harder to compensate. Every single day, your heart pumps nearly 7,500 liters of blood through a vast network of arteries and veins. Blood easily travels downward through the arteries because the heart pushes it with force. But the return journey is much harder. Blood traveling back to the heart from your legs must fight against gravity. This is where the calves become critical. The large muscles in the lower leg contract when you walk, stand, or even shift your weight. When they contract, they squeeze the deep veins in the legs and push blood upward. This process is known in medical science as venous return **, and without it, circulation in the lower body would quickly become inefficient and dangerous. Inside the veins of your legs are tiny way valves designed to keep blood moving in a single direction. When your calf muscles contract, they compress the veins and force blood upward. When the muscles relax, the valves snap shut to prevent the blood from falling back down. It is a beautifully engineered system, almost like a series of biological locks guiding blood step by step back toward the heart. But here is the shocking truth many people never hear. This system depends almost entirely on movement. Without movement, the pump weakens, and when the pump weakens, blood begins to pool in the legs. Modern lifestyles are quietly sabotaging this natural pump. Human bodies evolved to walk, climb, squat, and move throughout the day. But today, millions of people sit for hours at desks, in cars, or on couches. When the calf muscles remain inactive for long periods, they stop assisting circulation the way nature designed them to. Blood flow slows dramatically. Pressure builds inside the veins. Over time, this pressure can stretch the veins and damage the delicate valves that keep blood moving upward. When those valves weaken or fail, blood begins to flow backward and collect in the lower legs. This is one of the major reasons people develop varicose veins **, those twisted, enlarged veins that appear just under the skin. But the problem goes deeper than appearance. Poor circulation in the legs can lead to swelling, heaviness, fatigue, and a persistent aching sensation that many people dismiss as simply getting older. In reality, it is often a sign that the calf muscle pump is no longer doing its job effectively. Even more concerning is the connection between inactivity and a condition called deep vein thrombosis **. This occurs when blood clots form in the deep veins of the legs, often after long periods of immobility such as extended travel or prolonged sitting. When blood flow slows and pools in the veins, it creates the perfect environment for clots to develop. If a clot breaks free and travels to the lungs, it can cause a life-threatening blockage known as a pulmonary embolism. Health experts around the world warn that maintaining movement in the legs is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to reduce this risk. But the importance of the calf muscle pump does not stop at preventing disease. It also plays a critical role in supporting the workload of the heart itself. When blood returns efficiently from the legs, the heart can maintain stable circulation with less strain. When that return slows, the heart must compensate by pumping harder to keep blood moving through the body. Over time, this extra effort can place additional stress on the cardiovascular system. Researchers studying circulation have repeatedly observed that activating the calf muscles dramatically improves blood flow through the lower limbs. When the calves contract, they act like a powerful mechanical pump, pushing blood upward with surprising efficiency. Some studies have shown that a single contraction of the calf muscles can propel blood several centimeters up the veins toward the heart. Multiply that by thousands of steps throughout the day, and the impact becomes enormous. Yet the average modern adult may spend 8 to 10 hours a day sitting. During that time, the second heart remains mostly silent. Blood moves slowly, pressure builds quietly, and the body gradually loses one of its most important circulation mechanisms. The human body thrives on motion. When you walk, climb stairs, or simply raise your heels off the ground, the calf muscles contract and release in rhythmic pulses. Each pulse acts like a gentle squeeze on the veins, sending waves of blood back toward the heart. With every step, the second heart comes alive, assisting the real heart in maintaining healthy circulation. What makes this even more remarkable is that this system requires no machines, no medications, and no complicated routines. It relies entirely on the natural power of muscle movement. Your body already has the pump built in. It simply needs to be activated. Imagine the difference between a stagnant pond and a flowing river. When water stops moving, it becomes murky and lifeless. But when it flows, it carries oxygen and nutrients to every corner of the ecosystem. Your circulation works in much the same way. Movement keeps blood flowing, delivering oxygen, removing waste products, and nourishing every cell in the body. The calves, often overlooked compared to larger muscles like the chest or back, are actually one of the most important engines of circulation. Some vascular specialists estimate that the calf muscle pump is responsible for moving a significant portion of blood from the lower body back to the heart during daily activity. Without it, the circulatory system would struggle to overcome gravity. This is why doctors encourage patients recovering from surgery to move their feet and legs as soon as possible. It is why long-distance travelers are advised to stand up and walk periodically during flights. And it is why regular walking remains one of the most effective habits for maintaining vascular health. The truth is simple but powerful. Every time your calves contract, they assist your heart. Every step you take supports the return flow of blood, and every moment you remain completely still allows gravity to begin slowing that process. Hidden in your lower legs is a pump that works silently every day to keep your circulation alive. It does not beat like the heart in your chest, but its contribution is just as essential to keeping blood moving through your body. When you activate it, circulation improves, pressure decreases, and the entire cardiovascular system functions more efficiently. Your second heart has been there since the day you were born, waiting for movement to bring it to life. And the more you use it, the more powerful its effect becomes. There is a silent habit shaping the health of millions of people around the world, and most don't realize it's slowly weakening one of the most important circulation systems in the body. It doesn't come from junk food or lack of sleep. It comes from something that feels completely normal in modern life. Sitting hours at a desk, hours in a car, hours on the couch. What seems harmless is quietly shutting down one of the body's most powerful circulation engines, the calves. Human bodies were never designed for this level of stillness. For thousands of years, survival demanded constant movement. Walking long distances, climbing, lifting, gathering food, farming, hunting everyday life naturally activated the muscles of the legs. Those movements kept blood flowing upward from the lower body toward the heart, supporting what scientists call Venus return ***. But the modern world has replaced movement with chairs, screens, and prolonged inactivity, and the consequences are showing up inside our veins. When you sit for long periods, your calf muscles remain almost completely inactive. These muscles normally contract and relax to squeeze the deep veins in the legs, helping push blood back toward the heart. Without that contraction, blood flow slows dramatically, gravity begins to take over, blood starts to pool in the lower legs, creating pressure that slowly stretches the vein walls. This pressure is not immediately painful, which is why many people ignore it for years. But inside the body, the circulatory system is struggling to maintain balance. Research has revealed that prolonged sitting can reduce blood flow in the legs by as much as 50%. Imagine cutting the circulation in half for hours at a time, day after day, year after year. Over time, the veins begin to weaken, and the delicate valves that keep blood moving upward start to fail. When those valves lose their strength, blood leaks backward and collects inside the veins, creating swelling and visible vein enlargement. This is one of the main reasons millions of adults develop varicose veins a condition affecting circulation that often begins silently long before the bulging veins appear on the skin. But the effects of sitting go deeper than cosmetic changes. Many people who sit for long hours experience a heavy, tired feeling in their legs by the end of the day. That sensation is not just fatigue. It is often the result of poor circulation and increased pressure inside the veins. The blood that should be moving steadily back toward the heart becomes trapped in the lower limbs. Fluid leaks into surrounding tissues, causing swelling in the ankles and feet. Over time, this chronic pressure can damage veins and surrounding tissues, leading to long-term circulation problems. Even more alarming is the link between prolonged sitting and a dangerous condition called deep vein thrombosis This occurs when blood clots form in the deep veins of the legs. When blood flow becomes sluggish and stagnant, the risk of clot formation rises dramatically. These clots may remain in the legs, causing pain and swelling, but the real danger comes when a clot breaks free and travels through the bloodstream. If it reaches the lungs, it can block a major artery and cause a life-threatening pulmonary embolism within minutes. Medical researchers began paying close attention to this phenomenon after observing what they called economy class syndrome, a condition linked to long-haul flights where passengers remain seated for many hours. Studies found that people who stay immobile during long travel are significantly more likely to develop dangerous clots in their legs. But the shocking truth is that the same risk factors exist in everyday life. Sitting at a desk for 8 or 10 hours a day can create similar circulation problems over time. The human circulatory system relies on motion. The heart pumps blood out through arteries with strong pressure, but the return journey through the veins depends on muscle activity. When muscles contract, they squeeze the veins and push blood forward. Without those contractions, blood must rely on minimal pressure differences to move upward against gravity. That process is slow and inefficient, and the longer it continues, the more strain it places on the vascular system. Scientists studying sedentary behavior have found that extended sitting can trigger a cascade of negative effects in the body. Blood flow slows, inflammation markers begin to rise, and the lining of blood vessels becomes less responsive. Some studies even suggest that prolonged sitting can impair the function of the endothelium, the thin inner lining of blood vessels responsible for maintaining healthy circulation. When this lining becomes less active, arteries lose some of their ability to expand and regulate blood flow. What makes this problem particularly dangerous is how invisible it can be. People may feel completely fine while sitting for long stretches of time. There may be no pain, no warning signs, no immediate discomfort, but inside the body the calves remain inactive, the veins remain under pressure, and circulation continues to slow. Day after day, the second heart grows weaker from lack of use. This is why health experts often say that sitting has become one of the most underestimated risk factors in modern life. Some researchers have even referred to prolonged sitting as the new smoking because of its widespread impact on health. While that phrase may sound dramatic, it highlights an important truth. The body was designed for movement, and when movement disappears, essential biological systems begin to fail. The calf muscles are one of the clearest examples of this principle. These muscles are not just for walking or athletic performance. They are critical components of the body's circulation system. Every time you walk, stand on your toes, climb stairs, or even shift your weight from one foot to another, the calves contract and assist blood flow back toward the heart. Remove that movement for hours at a time, and the pump shuts down. Yet the solution is surprisingly simple. Even brief moments of movement can reactivate the calf muscle pump. Standing up, stretching the legs, walking a few steps, or lifting the heels off the ground can instantly stimulate circulation in the lower body. These small movements reawaken the second heart and help push stagnant blood back into motion. The message from modern research is clear and urgent. The body cannot remain healthy in a state of constant stillness. Circulation depends on rhythm, contraction, and movement. The veins in your legs are waiting for the calves to activate, for the muscles to squeeze, for blood to surge upward once again. What seems like a harmless habit, sitting for long periods, can quietly weaken one of the most powerful pumps in the body. But the moment you begin to move, that system begins to recover. The calves contract, the veins compress, and circulation returns to life. Inside your legs is a pump designed to fight gravity every second of the day. Ignore it, and blood begins to slow. Activate it, and the entire circulatory system responds. The difference between stagnation and healthy blood flow often comes down to one simple decision: whether you stay still or whether you move. What if one of the most powerful actions you could take for your circulation, your heart, and your overall health required nothing more than 60 seconds of movement? No expensive equipment, no complicated workout routines, no gym membership. Just one simple motion that activates one of the most important pumps in your body. It sounds almost too simple to matter, but science tells a very different story. Hidden in your lower legs are the calf muscles, often called the body's second heart because of their role in maintaining venous return the critical process that moves blood from the lower body. back up toward the heart. Every time these muscles contract, they squeeze deep veins and push blood upward against gravity. Without that muscular push, blood flow slows, pressure builds in the veins, and the heart must work harder to keep circulation moving. The shocking reality is that modern lifestyles have weakened this natural pumping system. Hours of sitting leave the calves inactive, allowing blood to pool in the legs and slowing circulation dramatically. But researchers studying vascular health have discovered something remarkable. Even brief bursts of calf muscle activation can rapidly restore blood flow and improve circulation in the lower body. One of the simplest and most effective ways to activate this system is through a movement known as the calf raise. The motion is incredibly simple. You lift your heels off the ground, rise onto your toes, hold briefly, and slowly lower your heels back down. Yet inside your body, this tiny movement triggers a powerful chain reaction. As the calf muscles contract, they compress the veins running through the lower leg, forcing blood upward toward the heart. Scientists studying the calf muscle pump have found that a single contraction can push blood several centimeters upward through the veins. Now imagine repeating that motion 30 or 40 times in a single minute. Each repetition becomes a pulse of circulation, a wave of blood moving upward through the vascular system. In just 60 seconds, the calves can generate dozens of powerful pumping actions that help clear stagnant blood from the lower limbs. This matters more than many people realize. When blood remains stagnant in the legs, pressure begins to build inside the veins. Over time, that pressure stretches the vein walls and weakens the delicate valves that prevent backward flow. This is one of the major reasons people develop varicose veins, a condition affecting millions worldwide. Activating the calf muscles regularly helps relieve this pressure by pushing blood out of the lower limbs and back into circulation. But the benefits of this one-minute movement extend far beyond vein health. Improved circulation means more oxygen reaching the muscles, the brain, and vital organs throughout the body. When blood flow increases, cells receive the nutrients they need to function efficiently, and waste products are removed more effectively from the tissues. Researchers studying circulation have observed that activating the calf muscle pump can significantly increase venous blood flow velocity in the legs. This means blood moves faster and more efficiently through the veins, reducing the likelihood of stagnation and clot formation. That is critical because slow-moving blood is one of the key risk factors associated with deep vein thrombosis, a potentially life-threatening condition in which clots form in the deep veins of the legs. Medical professionals often encourage patients recovering from surgery to perform ankle movements or calf contractions as soon as possible. The reason is simple. Even small movements of the lower legs stimulate the calf muscle pump and help prevent dangerous clot formation during periods of immobility. In hospitals around the world, these exercises are considered an essential part of protecting circulation when patients cannot walk. The remarkable part is that you do not need a hospital bed or a medical condition to benefit from this same principle. The same movement that protects surgical patients can improve circulation in everyday life. 1 minute of calf raises can awaken the second heart and restart the pumping action that keeps blood flowing smoothly through the lower body. Think about how often the body relies on this system without us noticing, Every step you take while walking activates the calves. Every climb up a flight of stairs sends pulses of blood upward through the veins. The body evolved to depend on this rhythmic muscle activity to maintain healthy circulation. But when movement disappears from daily life, the pump grows quiet. This is why simple movements like calf raises can be so powerful. They recreate the natural pumping action that walking once provided throughout the day. Each lift onto the toes becomes a signal to the circulatory system that it is time to move blood upward again. Each contraction squeezes the veins and reduces the pooling of blood in the lower legs. The beauty of this movement lies in its simplicity. It can be done almost anywhere, standing in the kitchen while waiting for water to boil, standing at a desk during a work break, standing in line at a store. In just 1 minute, 30 to 40 repetitions can activate the calf muscle pump dozens of times, sending fresh waves of circulation through the veins. Over the course of a day, repeating this simple exercise several times can make a measurable difference in how efficiently blood moves through the lower body. Instead of hours of stagnation, the veins experience repeated pulses of circulation. Pressure decreases. Blood flow improves. The heart receives assistance from the muscles designed to support it. There is also a powerful neurological effect that occurs when muscles contract. Muscle activity stimulates nerve signals that communicate with the cardiovascular system, helping regulate circulation and blood pressure. Movement tells the body that it needs to deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently, prompting adjustments in blood flow that support overall health. Even the lymphatic system, responsible for removing waste and excess fluid from tissues, benefits from this movement. Unlike the circulatory system, the lymphatic system does not have a central pump like the heart. It relies heavily on muscle contractions to move lymph fluid through the body. When the calves contract repeatedly, they help push lymph fluid upward as well, reducing swelling and supporting immune function. What begins as a tiny movement in the feet quickly becomes a whole body benefit. Blood begins to circulate more efficiently. Oxygen delivery improves. Fluid buildup decreases. The heart receives assistance from the muscles in the lower legs that were designed to share the workload. Many people search endlessly for complex health solutions, advanced supplements, or expensive treatments to improve circulation. Yet one of the most powerful tools has been with us all along, built directly into the muscles of the lower legs. The calf raise is not dramatic. It does not look impressive, but inside the body it activates a biological pump that plays a crucial role in keeping blood moving through the circulatory system. The difference between stagnant circulation and healthy blood flow can begin with something as small as lifting your heels off the ground. 60 seconds of movement can send dozens of pulses of blood upward through the veins, supporting the heart and protecting the delicate structures of the vascular system. Your second heart is waiting for that signal, waiting for the muscles to contract, waiting for circulation to surge upward once again. And sometimes, all it takes to awaken it is 1 simple minute of movement.